You think say you sabi Naija music? Old school or new school? Come show yourself for Gusto Gets the Song. You go win better. Call the number wey dey appear for your screen so. Naija music come win money.
Guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions. Once again, thank you so much for always liking, of course, sharing, subscribing, telling everyone about what we do right at Gusto TV. Big Lala is very much in the building today. And of course, we've got Baddo himself, Baddo Olamide, of course, in the building today. And comes with a brand new single. Yes, that one, Lose It. But first and foremost, Olamide dropped the UI Scuti, the album just a month ago in June. And this is like the third month, July, August, September. And he dropped a new single. Has it moved on from UI Scuti?
That's what it looks like. When you drop a new single that, that's not on your album, or it's not like a video of your album that you just dropped, it means you've moved on. And I think that's what it is for Olamide. He's moved on from UI Scuti. Is
that a good decision or not?
Well, he would, perhaps it's a feeling from the way the market is, right? People are, obviously, if something is really doing good, you'd want to promote it more.
So does it mean this album is not good enough?
No, there's a difference. Is it good enough or is it doing good?
Is it good enough? That's one. For you?
Everyone knows my reservation about this album. I felt confused and I didn't think this was the best Olamide had to offer. It looked like the watered down
Carpe Diem
at first. So
is it doing good?
It's not doing good. No, I don't think it's doing good. Like I said, the best album, the best song that came off the album was Rock. And it was the song they dropped before the album dropped. So everybody, it's if you really cool down and you don't fall for the noise that goes on when albums drop, like you see the amount of noise this generated. All the musicians came out. Well, of course, you can support your own, but people started saying, "Oh, this is like the best Olamide." The people went as far as saying, "Oh, this is better than Carpe Diem."
Yeah.
If it's really better than Carpe Diem, why is he not doing more numbers than Carpe Diem? Why is Olamide moving on after 3 months from dropping the album? He himself will have felt the market and felt, okay, I think this one I don't try for this style. Hence why we're getting something new.
Anyways, Olamide tweeted something some hours ago saying, "As Baddo they drop, they worry me. For body, I go to drop them." Are we back to Olamide of dropping hits or dropping songs every week?
Yeah, I think we might be, and I think
YBN Olamide.
Well, yeah, it might be YBN Olamide.
You say YBN, but of course, now he's YBN Empire.
But what I think,
old school Olamide.
So what I think is, when that announcement with Empire came about, I think it was supposed to be for 2 projects.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they decided to just do Carpe Diem, UI Scuti. Enough, right? That means Olamide, in terms of Empire backing, in terms of funds or doing the international thing, maybe he's done his bit with the with the UI Scuti and with Empire, because the announcement then was okay. The same deal will be applied to an artist of his choosing for the next 2 projects, which Fireboy is coming in with Apollo.
Album.
No, it's coming with Apollo and a new album. So I think that will also apply to Fireboy. Apparently there was supposed to be one other artist of their choosing, but they haven't signed any new artists. So maybe they will just reserve that right for any of the artists.
Olamide dropped Lose It. Now, from the look of this artwork, you could see Eskiz and Olamide. Now, Wandeko tried it while it was under Empire and they yanked it off. Now, Olamide is not directly saying this is his own single. Now, this guy most likely featured Olamide, but we know exactly how far. Is he going to have problems with Empire on this one?
No, I don't think he's going to have problems with Empire, because Wandeko did not have the same sort of joint venture deal that Olamide or YBN has with Empire. They're not the same deals. So I don't think it should be an issue. This is like, if he wants to make it look like he's featuring somebody, it's even different. Wandeko went as far as trying to be like Starboy. He said Black Diamond featuring this and Wandeko. And obviously that looked like another way at it. So I don't think it's the same thing. I don't think you have issues.
Anyways, we have Lose It right now. Olamide freestyle. Olamide is said to be dropping singles back to back. Of course, moving on from UI Scuti. But what do you think about this one?
Well, this has a bit of reggaeton vibe to it, has a bit of Indian vibe to it as well. So the kind of lyrics you get here is not the Olamide of Carpe Diem or UI Scuti. This is Olamide of old. This is like his comfort zone, dropping this kind of lyrics. So I don't think it's particularly bad. It just shows that, oh, you can take Olamide out of the streets, but you can't take the streets out of Olamide. This is what he's made a living off since his inception of his career. So it just takes a trip down memory lane to what Olamide can be like if he's not trying to appease a certain demography of audience. So that's what I feel.
So is Olamide back to the streets?
No, I don't think that's what it is. I just think he's trying to satisfy both parties. The song, as much as it sounds like, oh, this can be streets, it also, the reggaeton vibe also gives you a bit of feel. So it's not particularly directed at any sort of audience. It's just maybe like straight in the middle. Let me just drop it like he's worrying.
Would it be a bad strategy for Olamide to start dropping singles, every now and then, looking at that tweet?
Well, that's the kind of thing that made him who he is. That's the kind of Olamide was the kind of person that he would drop a song in a month. He could drop 3 songs. Whichever is going to peak, whichever is going to be a hit, would be a hit. Yeah. Like that means he won't have issues with that. But
that strategy seems to, like that was like 2017, 2016 kind of strategy. In 2021, would that still work for him?
It's possible. It can still work. The market is so fickle that you can do anything you want. You just have to be lucky, or maybe people will just wake up at the right side of bed and enjoy what you just done. You get who you have was not particularly planned. Yeah, it was this. Yeah, it was the same sort of strategy, and that was nationwide hits with people doing freestyles on the country. So if something that worked for him before, of course it can work for him now. We're still, that kind of thing can still work. Fireboy still did the same thing with Peru. Yeah. Peru was not a well-thought. It was more of his freestyle, but look at what Peru is doing right now. It's still one of the biggest songs in the country right now. So there's no what's it called to it. There's no lay down procedures or rules of how you must release your music. People, you can decide to be structured and you can decide to be unstructured as well. People like Olamide who come up with lyrics off the top of their head, they don't write down lyrics. They can just be in the studio and just come up with 10 songs in a night.
This is a freestyle.
Of course, and they put it on the
Lala, Olamide, of course, new freestyle Lose It featuring Eskies on the beat. I said he's got more hits dropping. But before we go, Olamide has done tons of years, like it's almost a ton of years, doing the street vibe and everything. He's done 2 internationally right now, trying to feel that, with Carpe Diem and of course this one. What should Olamide do? Where should he go from here? Should he go back to the street, or he should maintain? Because right now, I think that at this point, he seems to be a bit more like confused.
No, I don't think it's a thing of confusion. It's a thing of choosing what he wants to do.
What do you think he wants to do?
I think he wants to eat his cake and have it. He wants to eat his cake and have it. Like we know he's done his bit locally over the years, but he's now made this international journey something that he must succeed at, right? And he's had 2 attempts, 2 goes at it. I'm pretty sure he will be looking at it like, okay, I don't do 2 of these albums now. The first one was very successful, by the way. Oh, this second one, people like say enter like the first one. Why? It's now caught in the middle. Yeah. Like, okay, should I do a 3rd one of this new style?
Like, go back to it.
Or should I just? But then again, it's still up to him, whatever he wants to do. And I feel if he chooses rightly, he will still succeed. It wasn't like UI Scuti was good, but I think the strategy for UI Scuti was just what was off. You get the strategy was off.
If you had to advise, which would you tell him to do at this point?
I think you can just blend the both styles, and that's what he wants to do.
He wants to go international. He wants to also let the street feel him as well.
It's not like he didn't even taste international.
You want him to do the whiskey thing of giving them Sandman EP to local fans while still doing the whole international thing. Should he drop an EP to feed the local audience, the streets, and still maintain the whole UI Scuti Carpe Diem feel?
Let's not forget that these guys have been at it for over a decade, right? And he's not getting any younger. Yeah. His fan base or his core fan base also are not getting any younger. Yeah. So it's where this state of mind they're in right now. When you completely change your style, it is at the risk of also losing your former audience gaining new ones. But would the new ones be
As loyal?
as loyal as the old ones, or would they even be loyal at all when you decide to switch back to the old one? So it's a tricky situation he's in. Left to me, I'd say continue with what you started. Maybe perhaps just try and blend both in it. When you're going to release an album, at least, I mean, Carpe Diem was unique for that. You had the proper loading kind of jam, and you see how the proper new style kind of jam on there. So you can still do something like that, not completely make it look like a UI Scuti, for example.
Anyways, Lose It, hit or miss for you?
This song not. I don't think this would be a hit. I don't think it's a miss. It's just a decent song.
A decent song. Anyways, let's have your thoughts on that one, guys. Olamide Baddo, with the new single Lose It, him, of course, and Excuse Me did a thing, freestyle in studio, and the result is Lose It. That one, reggaeton, the Indian vibe and everything. Put your comment down below. Do you love it or don't you? Love it as well. Hit or miss, rate it, put everything down below. I will see you guys on the next one.